Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Okay, so in the last class, we were discussing about earth magnetism and some elements associated with this earth magnetism. So, Vidur, what do you mean by angle of declination?
The angle between geographical meridian and magnetic meridian.
Angle between geographical meridian and magnetic meridian. Is it right? What about Dia?
Angle between geographic meridian and magnetic field.
Okay, good. Then next question to Naurin. What do you mean by angle of inclination?
Angle between angle between the total of Earth's magnetic field and the horizontal component of the magnetic meridian.
Yes, it is the angle between total magnetic field B and that of the horizontal component of the magnetic field is called angle of inclination. I request all of you to please switch on your videos. Okay, then Punya, what is the relation between the ratio of horizontal component of the magnetic field and that of the vertical component of the magnetic field?
ZE by HE is equal to sin I by cos I.
ZD divided by H is equal to sin I by cos I, that is equal to
Tan I.
tan I. So one more question you can expect from this portion is that at which dip angle both this horizontal component and magnetic component becomes equal. You can expect a question like this. At which dip angle this horizontal component of the magnetic field and that of the vertical component of the magnetic field becomes equal. Can you say the answer? We know that the relation between horizontal component and that of the vertical component, that is ZE divided by BE, not HE, I think horizontal, yes, ZE divided by HE is equal to tan I. So at which angle, at which dip angle, the horizontal component and this vertical component becomes equal?
45 degrees.
Yes, it is at 45 degree. Very good. So from where we get this answer? The relation between the ratio of vertical component and that of the horizontal component is given by ZE divided by HE is equal to tan I. Tan I means, okay, ZE cos I divided by HE cos I is equal to tan I. Okay, so here ZE is the vertical component and HE is the horizontal component. And we know that Z is equal to, it is the vertical component. Vertical component Z is equal to ZE sin I and HE is equal to HE cos I. So here we are only bother about this angle I. So this two angles are becomes equal only at a 45 degree. So what is sine 45? What is sine 45? Sine 45 in trigonometry,
1
you
by
may
root
study.
2.
Yes, sine 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. What is cos 45 degree? Cos 45 is also 1 by root 2. So at a 45 degree, this horizontal component and vertical component of the magnetic field is equal. Okay, so you can expect this question from this part, earth magnetism. So for that, we are consider the ratio between vertical component and the horizontal component. Z is divided by HE is equal to tan I. So our question is this, at which dip angle this vertical component and horizontal component of the magnetic field becomes equal? That is, we are only bother about the angle I. at angle I is equal to 45 degree. That is, if the angle of declination, sorry, not declination, if the angle of inclination is equal to 45 degree for both the vertical and horizontal component, then we can say both are same. So that's all about the earth magnetism. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of this chapter. There are some parameters are there which is used to measure the magnetic properties of the material. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the parameters that we are used to measure the magnetic properties. So all of you write the next heading. Parameters used to measure the magnetic properties of materials. Parameters are used to measure the magnetic properties of materials. There are 3 or 4 parameters are there which are normally used to measure the magnetic properties of materials. They are magnetization, second one, magnetic field, and magnetic field intensity. Third one, permeability. And the last one, susceptibility. Okay. Magnetization, magnetic field intensity, magnetic field and magnetic field intensity, permeability and susceptibility. So let us see one by one. What do you mean by this magnetization, magnetic field and magnetic field intensity, and permeability and susceptibility? So the first one is magnetization.
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes, Achu.
I did not complete.
Okay, we can discuss it one by one. So you can take the headings. So the first property or first parameters that is used to measure the magnetic properties of the material is magnetization. Magnetization. What do you mean by magnetization? Magnetization is represented by the letter M. It is represented by the letter M. Capital letter M, not small letter. Magnetization is represented by letter M. And it is defined as the magnetic moment per unit volume. Magnetization is defined as the magnetic moment per unit volume. So students, can you form an equation for calculating this magnetization? Yes.
Ma'am, can you say once again?
It is defined as the magnetic moment. It is defined as the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. Now it is more clear to you. It is defined as the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. That is M is equal to, which letter is used to represent magnetic dipole moment? Yes. M, small letter M, magnetic dipole moment per unit volume, V. Okay, so magnetization is the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. That is capital M is equal to small m divided by V. It is a vector quantity. Another characteristics of magnetization. It is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. And its unit is AM raised to -1. Ampere per meter. AM raised to -1. So it is the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume is known as magnetization. It is represented by the letter M. It is a vector quantity because it has both magnitude and direction. And the SI unit of magnetization is AM raised to -1. So depending upon the magnetization, we can say how an object is get magnetized. What do you mean by magnetized? Suppose, can I rub the board now? Can I rub?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Suppose you just imagine that if you are placing a bar magnet, okay, this is a bar magnet, and we know that this bar magnet produces its own magnetic field. It has its own magnetic field. So some magnetic field lines are originated from north to south outside the magnet, and its direction is from south to north inside the magnet. Okay. So if we are brought any other kind of material like iron nail or any other thing, pin or iron nail towards this bar magnet, what happens? This iron nail is gets magnetized. After sometimes this iron nail is get magnetized. That is, whenever this iron nail is placed in the magnetic field of a strong, powerful magnet, that material is get magnetized. Magnetized means it get the magnetic properties. That is what is meant by magnetization. Okay. So if you are brought a material like iron towards this any strong, powerful magnet, after sometimes that material gets some magnetic properties. So we can say that this iron nail is said to be magnetized. Iron nail is magnetized. That is what is meant by magnetization. Okay. So you can you imagine any situation? Sometimes in our smaller classes, we are doing some experiment regarding with this magnetization. For that, we are using a bar magnet, and sometimes we are using a hacksaw blade and all. And we used to rub the bar magnet over this hacksaw blade. After sometimes we can see that this hacksaw blade behaves like a magnet. We can use this hacksaw blade to attract some other kind of pin or iron nails like that. So the magnetization means the process in which the substance gets some magnetic properties or magnetic behavior when it is kept in contact with a strong, powerful magnet. That is what is meant by magnetization. It is represented by the letter M, and it is defined as the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. Here you only need to study the equation, how to calculate the magnetization. M is equal to small m divided by V. It is defined as the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. It is a vector quantity. And what about its SI unit? What is the SI unit, Shivani? What is the SI unit of magnetization? AM raised to -1. All right. Now we can discuss the second parameter, that is magnetic field and magnetic field intensity. Magnetic field and magnetic field intensity. Now you have an idea about magnetic field. What do you mean by magnetic field?
Space or region around the magnet.
Yes, the space or region around the magnet where you influences the magnetism is called a magnetic field. Okay, and it is represented by the letter B. It is represented by the letter B. Now, what do you mean by magnetizing field? Magnetic field is the region or the space around the magnet where you influences the magnetic field. What do you mean by magnetizing field? So all of you write the definition for magnetizing field. Magnetizing field. Magnetizing field means the field which magnetizes a substance. The field which is magnetize a substance is called magnetizing field.
Ma'am, can you say?
The field which is magnetizing a substance is called magnetizing field. The field which is magnetizing. Suppose if a magnet, a bar magnet, whose magnetic field is magnetized some any other kind of materials, then we can call that it is a magnetizing field. The field which is magnetizing a substance is called magnetizing field. There is no equation or letter to represent this magnetizing field, only the definition. As its name implies, magnetizing field means it is the field that magnetizes a substance. That magnetizes a substance is called magnetizing field. Now we are going to discuss what you mean by magnetic field intensity. Magnetic field intensity. Magnetic field intensity, or simply you can call it as magnetic intensity. This is the definition for magnetic field intensity. The degree to which a magnetic field can magnetize a material is called magnetic field intensity or magnetizing field intensity of magnetic field. The degree to which a magnetic field can magnetize a material is called magnetic field or magnetic field intensity. Magnetic field intensity. So these are some terms associated with the magnetic properties of the materials, or some parameters that is used to measure the magnetic properties. The first one is magnetization. Magnetization means the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. It is a vector quantity represented by capital letter M. The second one is magnetic field and magnetic field intensity. Magnetic field means it is the region or space around the magnet where you influence the magnetism. Magnetizing field means the field that is magnetized a substance is called a magnetizing field. Magnetizing field. And the next one is intensity of this magnetic field, or the magnetic field intensity is the degree to which the magnetic field can magnetize a materials. That is, if you are placed an iron nail near the magnetic field of a bar magnet, the bar magnet, how much degree, or it is measures the degree to which this bar magnet can magnetize the iron material. That is what is known as intensity of the magnetic field. It is represented by the letter H, capital H. Capital H is used to represent the intensity of the magnetic field. And the unit of H is measured in ampere per meter. The unit of H, magnetic field intensity, is ampere per meter. Okay, so magnetic field intensity means it is the degree to which a magnetic field can magnetize a materials. It is the measure of degree of how this magnetic field is magnetize a material that is placed in its magnetic field. That is what is known as magnetic field intensity. It is represented by the letter H. Now we can make a relation between magnetic field and this magnetic field intensity. So all of you write a subheading. Relation between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity. The relation between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity. The relation between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity in a medium is given by, in a medium, the relation between both magnetic field and magnetic field intensity is given by B is equal to mu H. B is equal to mu 0 H. Not mu 0, mu. B is equal to mu H. This is the relation between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity in a medium. B is equal to mu H. Then can you differentiate each term present in this equation? What is B represents? What is B? Magnetic field. What is H represents?
Magnetic field intensity.
It is magnetic field intensity. And here you have, instead of mu 0, new term is coming, that is mu. What is mu represents then? Mu. What is mu 0? Can you recall what you mean by mu 0? Emmanuel, what is mu 0?
Permittivity of free space of magnet.
It is the permeability of the free space. But here we are consider in a medium, the relation between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity in a medium. So can you guess what is this mu represents? Here it is not free space. There is a medium between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity. So what is mu represents?
Permeability of
Permeability of the medium. Permeability of the medium. Mu 0 is represents the permeability of the free space. Okay. But here we are consider the magnetic field and magnetic field intensity in a medium. So here instead of mu 0, we have another constant, that is mu. And this mu represents permeability of the medium. Permeability of the medium. Okay. So relation between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity in a medium is given by B is equal to mu H. Because this magnetic field and magnetic field intensity is not occur in a free space. There is some medium between this. That is why we are write the equation like this. B is equal to mu H, where B is the magnetic field, H is the magnetic field intensity, and mu is the permeability of the medium. Okay. So now we can write the relation between magnetic field and that of the magnetic field intensity in a free space. In a free space. Can you find the equation for the relation between magnetic field and magnetic field intensity in a free space?
B is equal to mu 0 H.
Yes, very good. B is equal to mu 0 H. So here the constant of proportionality is mu 0. That is mu 0 is the permeability of the free space. Now both the magnetic field and that of the magnetic field intensities occur in a free space. So the medium of separation between them is air. So the constant of proportionality mu 0 is permeability of the free space. Permeability of free space. And in order to distinguish between this magnetic field in a medium and that of the magnetic field in a free space, here we can give a suffix B0. B0. B0 is equal to mu 0 H. This means B0 is represents magnetic field in a free space. The magnetic field in a free space and that of the corresponding magnetic field intensity is given by B0 is equal to mu 0 H, where mu 0 is the permeability of the free space. Okay, now let us see the next term or the next parameter associated with the magnetic properties. That is magnetic permeability. The next property is magnetic permeability. So just similar to that of the electric permeability or electric permittivity. In electrostatic, we are discussing a term permittivity relation with that of the electrostatic, epsilon zero. That is, it is the ability of the electrostatic field to pass the electric field lines. Just similar to that, in magnetism, we have permeability. What do you mean by permeability? It is defined as the ability of a medium to allow the magnetic lines of force to pass through it. Instead of this magnetic lines of force, you can write magnetic field lines. It is the ability of a medium to allow the magnetic field lines to pass through it. The magnetic field lines to pass through it. Both are same, magnetic lines of force and magnetic field lines. But in our textbook, we are used to practice it as magnetic field lines. So magnetic permeability means it is defined as the ability of a material or ability of a medium to allow the magnetic field lines to pass through it. As its name implies, permeability, ability. It is an ability of that material medium to pass the magnetic field lines through it. And the permeability is represented by which letter? In the previous equation, we are already studied the letter representation of permeability. How we can represent permeability? It is represented by Aditya.
Mu.
Mu. It is represented by mu. Permeability is represented by mu. And there is a relation between permeability and that of the permeability of the free space. It is given by mu is equal to mu 0 into mu r. This is the relation between permeability of the medium and that of the permeability of the free space. Mu is equal to mu 0 mu r, where mu is the permeability of the medium, mu 0 is the permeability of the free space, and this mu r is called relative permeability. Relative permeability. So this equation gives the relation between permeability of the medium and that of the permeability of the free space. Mu is equal to mu 0 into mu r, where mu r is known as the relative permeability. Or from this equation, can you form an equation for mu r? What is mu r then? Mu r, mu by mu 0. Mu r is equal to mu by mu 0. The relative permeability is the ratio between permeability in a medium to that of the permeability of a free space. So that's all about the permeability. Permeability, as its name implies, it is the ability of a material medium to allow the magnetic field lines to pass through it. It is represented by the letter mu. Okay, it is represented by mu. Mu is the permeability of the medium. Here we are not considering the free space. Here we are consider the magnetic field lines that is passing through a material medium. So it is represented by mu. If the permeability of a free space, we can represent it as mu 0. Then the relation between this permeability of the medium and that of the permeability of the free space is given by mu is equal to mu 0 into mu r, where mu r is the relative permeability. Okay, so that's all about the permeability. Now we have one more parameters associated with this magnetic properties, that is susceptibility.
What is its unit?
Unit of permeability, right? 1 minute. Okay, I will be informed it later. 1 minute. After checking this, I will inform. Okay. Now write susceptibility. After this, I will be informed about the unit of permeability. Susceptibility. Susceptibility. Susceptibility has no unit. Now about permeability is also a constant, right? Because permeability is a constant. It has no unit. Okay. 1 minute. Now you write the definition for susceptibility. Write the definition for susceptibility. It is the measure of how magnetic material respond to an external field. It is the measure of how magnetic material respond to an external field.
Ma'am, can you say also?
It is the measure of how the magnetic material responds to an external field. It is the measure of how a magnetic material responds to an external field. It is the measure of how the magnetic material responds to an external field. Because here already we told that if we are placing an iron nail is a magnetic material. If it is placed near to a magnetic field of a strong bar magnet. So this susceptibility is measures how this magnetic material is respond or how it gets magnetized in the presence of this external magnetic field. That is what is known as susceptibility. And susceptibility is represented by a letter chi. It is not X, it is represented by a letter chi. And it is a dimensionless quantity. There is no dimension for susceptibility. Okay. It is a dimensionless quantity. And it can be calculated by the equation chi is equal to M by H, not B, H. Chi is equal to M divided by H. So from this equation, you can also write the magnetic susceptibility chi is the ratio between M and H. What is this capital M represents? Capital M. What is capital M represents? Dia. It is the first parameter that is used to describe the magnetic properties of the material. What is capital M represent? Yes, it is the magnetization. And what is this H represents? H. Srihari, what is this H represents? Where M is the magnetization and what is H? Capital H. Anthony?
Magnetic field intensity.
Okay. It is magnetic field intensity. It is magnetic field intensity. So we can say this chi. Chi means susceptibility. It is the ratio between magnetization and that of the magnetic field intensity. Chi is equal to M by H. Chi is equal to M by H. It is a dimensionless quantity.
Ma'am,
S.
what is CGS?
CGS, right?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is actually a system of unit. Did you study this in +1 physics? Have you studied about the systems of unit?
Yes, ma'am.
Idea.
Yes, ma'am.
How many systems of units are there in physics? Can you recall it? In physics, we have different systems of unit. That is FPS system, MKS system, CGS system. And nowadays, we are used to follow which system of unit? Which system of unit normally we are used in physics? Most probably, no. Nowadays, we are usually the teachers are used after any physical quantity. They are used to say then the SI unit of that physical quantity. So nowadays we are used to follows this SI unit. Okay. So FPS system means foot pound system. Foot pound second. Foot pound second. MK system means meter. Meter kilogram second. CGS system means centimeter gram second. And then SI system means system of international unit. So in earlier days, we are used to follow the systems FPS, MKS and CGS systems. Okay, that is the length is measured in terms of foot and the mass is measured in terms of pound and the time is measured in terms of second. Then after that, one more system is introduced, that is CGS system. Length is measured in terms of centimeter, mass in terms of gram, and time in terms of second. After that, another system is introduced, that is MKS system. Length is measured in terms of meter, mass in terms of kilogram, time in terms of second. And based on that, the scientists of all over the world is decided and they are put forward the 7 fundamental quantities. They are known as SI system. This SI system of unit is used all over the world. Okay. So by the term CGS system, we are only mean that one of the system of unit that is already used in our earlier days. It was introduced in Britain. I think so. Okay. All topics that we are studied in +1 physics. So you don't need to be bothered about the CGS and all. We only need to write this equation. Chi is equal to M by H. Chi is equal to M by H. What is the unit of magnetization? Unit of magnetization.
Ampere per meter.
AM raised to -1. Ampere per meter, or we can write AM raised to -1. Then what about the unit of magnetic field intensity?
I'm saying
Same. Magnetic field intensity, H is also AM raised to -1, right? Or AM. So these are cancelled. So there will be no unit for the susceptibility. Is it clear?
yes, ma'am.
So this is the last property, last parameter that we are used to measure the magnetic properties of the material, that is susceptibility. It is represented by the letter chi, and it is the ratio of magnetization to that of the magnetic field intensity. So chi is equal to M divided by H. The ratio of magnetization and that of the magnetic field intensity. There is no unit and it is also a dimensionless quantity. There is no dimension for the susceptibility. Chi is equal to M by H. Okay, so these are the 4 parameters that we are mainly used to measure the any magnetic properties of the materials. Now, one more small topic is there, that is the relation between mu and chi. Relation between mu. What is mu? What is mu? Meenakshi, what do you mean by mu? Permeability. Permeability of the medium, or simply we can say it is the permeability. Relation between mu and chi. Chi means susceptibility. What is the relation between this permeability and that of the susceptibility?
Ma'am,
Yes.
we write magnetic permeability as mu or mu zero.
Magnetic permeability as mu. Mu is the magnetic permeability. What is the definition for magnetic permeability? It is the ability to pass the magnetic field lines through a medium. So the definition is not like this. The magnetic field lines is passing through a free space. Here we are considering the magnetic field lines that is passing through a medium. So magnetic permeability is represented by mu, not mu zero. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are going to find a relation between this magnetic permeability mu and that of this susceptibility. For this, you just imagine a solenoid. Solenoid is an insulated copper wire wound in the form of a cylinder. And let I be the current passing through this solenoid. Okay. So consider a solenoid. Let I be the current that is passing through the solenoid. Now, the magnetic field produced by this solenoid is given by B0. Consider a solenoid. Let I be the current that is passing through the solenoid. Then the magnetic field produced by the solenoid in free space. Now there is no medium is present between the solenoid. So here we are consider the magnetic field produced by the solenoid in free space is given by B0. Now I insert a magnetic material like soft iron core inside this solenoid. Suppose if I insert a magnetic material, soft iron core inside the magnetic field, then again it produces a magnetic field. That magnetic field is given by Bm. So
Ma'am,
in S,
now we insert magnetic materials of iron core into.
soft iron core into the solenoid. So initially we are consider a solenoid. It produces a magnetic field of B0. Okay, there is no material is present inside the solenoid. It is occurs in a free space or in vacuum. So the magnetic field produced by the solenoid is taken as B0. In the second case, here we are insert a magnetic material called a soft iron core inside this solenoid. Then it produces another magnetic field that is taken as Bm. This magnetic field is due to the presence of a magnetic material, Bm. Okay. Now, what about the total magnetic field produced by the solenoid? The total magnetic field produced by the solenoid is equal to the sum of the magnetic field produced by solenoid in free space and that of the magnetic field produced in the presence of a iron core. So here we get two magnetic field. One is in the presence of material and other is the solenoid is kept in a free space. Then the total magnetic field is given by B is equal to B0 plus Bm. B equal to B0 plus Bm. What is B0? We are already deriving equation for B0. The relation between magnetic field and that of the magnetic field intensity. What is B0?
Mu zero.
Mu 0 H. B0 is equal to mu 0 H. And what is Bm? Bm is equal to, now a material medium is present here. A soft iron core is present here. So Bm is equal to
UH.
mu H. And we know that when a magnetic material is placed in a magnetic field, here the solenoid is act as a magnetic magnet. So when we place a magnetic material into it, it gets magnetized. So we can replace this H by magnetization M. Okay, here the soft iron core is get magnetized. It undergoes a magnetization So we can replace this H by M, or we can write Bm is equal to mu into M. Instead of H, we can write mu M. Okay, now it's the time. We can continue with this our next class. Now let me take you